The interesting thing about the Tennessee Justice Center is I heard about it the first week I was in Nashville. I had been out of the state for 8 years after being in East Tennessee for many, many years. And I was talking to some long-term people in the community here, and I said, you know, I really want to get involved in the community. I'd done United Way and boards and other things in other communities, and they said, Tennessee Justice Center. And it told me something about the reputation, the status of this organization, the effectiveness, the impact of this organization in the community, that it was the first thing that came out of somebody's mouth. And then I just went home and explored it, and I said a big yes to that. So the fact that I'm able to be honored for my work with this particular organization, which I think it's just a privilege to work for, is truly the icing on the cake. First of all, the recognition is wonderful, and I'm deeply grateful for it. But I have been wired from the get-go to be about service in the community. It was something that was modeled in extraordinary ways by both of my parents, who were deeply engaged in their communities to raise them up and help other people. And then it is just a part of my faith tradition as well, and that is servant leadership. And so it's not something that I think about doing as much as it is a natural part of my living and breathing and life. Being able to reach out and serve those people that need a lift up, that need the support to get to the resources that they need, that is how we create a healthy, happy environment for our community. I guess what I'm most proud of is being able to leave places and say, you know, look where we've come. When I see myself being able to help organizations position themselves for change for the future, that's really gratifying to me. There's always been a place and a need for an organization like TJC. But I think the political realities right now for me are that we are moving away societally from the kinds of safety nets that have been in place, and we're moving toward a more transactional way of thinking about things. The values, I think, that were in place are eroding to some extent at the political level. And so I think the gaps in terms of the needs of communities around the education, nutrition, the healthcare, the kinds of safety net issues that are needed in our most vulnerable populations are at risk. But at this particular point in time, we need TJC now more than ever.